This is kind of interesting. Unfortunately, the water level decreased last night. We had a huge rainstorm yesterday, and the water level was so high that the farmer did some diversion of the floodwaters here for their irrigation for their field, and their rice field dried up. Now it's not, going to be tragic. He'll be here probably within an hour or so, fix the problem. You can see that field over there is dry now too. The challenge was here, where he had, because of the flood, he had set up this little diversion to kind of limit the water because it was going to flood it. But now he needs to do the opposite. Put the stone and the wood inside to cause the water level to come back up and flood the field. It's actually the first time I've seen a field dry like that. But I guess that's how they manage the water flow. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Welcome from the Satoyama of Japan. It's June 4th, 2025. I'm Kurt, and this is my Retiring in Japan journal. This is the log of a 61-year-old American retired to the Japanese countryside, doing my best to make the best use of these golden years of life. Today, it's a good day. After the storm, we had a hell of a storm yesterday. A lot of rain came down. The whole earth was saturated. It's really slippery walking this little farm road this morning as I go. But I'm headed up towards the temple to go ascend the steps. My goal today is another shipping day. Yesterday I was going to ship some items from my YouTube store, but I had eye exam as it was, so I couldn't do that. So let's begin. Let's start walking. Oh, by the way, it looks like my wife's family, the uncle, isn't going to farm this year. This is his rice field. It should be planted with rice, but he's older now, and it looks like they've decided not to do it. As you can see, well, actually, they're not planted rice either. They're letting their farm go too. So many farmers are just giving up the endeavors. They're just not doing it anymore. Just too old, and there's nobody to take over. And as a result, so many of these fields are just going fallow now. Back to nature. It happens over and over again. Anyway, I went to the eye doctor yesterday. Good news, I've got cataracts. If you saw yesterday's video, well, one cataract in this eye, which I knew was coming because I had a cataract surgery in this eye 3 years ago, and at the time the eye doctor said, you got to go developing cataract in your other eye, Kurt. It's going to need attention eventually. They said I didn't need to take care of it then. Here we go. But the reason I say fortunate is that I was concerned because the way it was kind of coming on quick, that maybe it might be something else, something more serious, but cataracts can definitely be addressed. So surgery in September, glad about that. But I couldn't get around to the shipping. So those of you who are customers, thank you for waiting yet another day. I'll get those items out to you today, those items that you purchased over the weekend. Thank you. And with that, let's keep going. This morning, given how wet the earth is and how slippery the mud is, I'm going to walk along this paved road that goes up to the temple. It kind of has a nice view, expansive view of the valley here, and there's a roadside Jizo up here we'll pay our respects to. Wow, look at this amazing morning. Beautiful light. And more examples of abandoned farmland. All of this is given up over here, as has all of this land on the other side of this fence. In fact, there's a whole farm right over there. All the buildings and everything. No more leaving you. Everything over here too, like I said. perhaps the best thing, well, I shouldn't say the best, well, maybe it is, about being retired now is the freedom on a Wednesday morning to just, as I'm strolling home from the farm road, not rushing to get home to get to work, but just no rush at all. And I'm stopping here in the green to look for insects and spiders that have come out to sun themselves on the warm leaves. What does Austin Powers do? That's how it feels. We're home now and time for the dog walk. This is going to be a hot one today. You can just feel it. And Yumiko told me that was going to be the case. I think I'm ready. May have to break out the fan and retreat to the river for a dip. I'm looking forward to that. Suzumibachi, right here. I can't see it now. But I hear it though. Ooh, there it is. Here's another field, nicely flooded, although it looks like the water stopped. And the two farmers are over there. I think that's where the seedlings are. And here they've got their farm tractor thingy. I don't know if this is a planter or a turning the soil or just what it does, but it's motoring here, idling away, ready to do its job. Hi, gozaimasu. But. I think that maybe that's a planter. I don't know. I don't know. And then this field over here, it's already been planted. You can see the seedlings already in place. The footsteps of the farmers. But like the other field, the water has drained away. I think it's because they had stopped it up because of the heavy rain last night. They probably opened the floodgates this morning and let the water come through. The water's flowing right below my feet right here. I'll show you. There it is. All they need to do is divert it. Oh, actually, the water for this field doesn't come from that flood, from that channel. It comes from the channel further across the way. There's another channel over there. Well, rice fields are in action. Miko's going the other way, and I wanted to take a quick peek at this field over here to see if the farmer had come back yet to flood the field, as I expected when we passed it earlier in the morning. Remember, it was all dry like the one we just saw. Yep, there it is. All flooded again. There's the exit route. And the water's spilling in over here, and there's a dragonfly. The channel's got it. Ooh, it's nicely full. So what did he do? How did he do that? Remember, there was a piece of wood here before that was used to block the water. Now he's inserted that wood. You can see the wood there, and it's causing the water to back up a little bit, rise up, and head out through to the two fields. A clever bit of engineering, huh? Looking good. Oh, and butterflies playing in the... Butterflies play? In the farm field over there. All right, I've set up my desk. The last touch here, the new little Japanese maple that I bought at the flea market. I've got that all set up. I'm ready for the day to begin. My workspace is ready. My ambition all along was to come to Japan and try to get by as much as possible without a computer. And this is the result. A little standing desk before the forest, before the world. So as I begin my day's activities, or in earnest at least after breakfast, I've set up the camera again. Have a look. So, hi everybody. So this camera is recording as a Wabi Sabi Live the scene on the balcony, including little Rudy coming in and out. I've got to do some work on the inside, so I'll just leave this running right here. I'm just sitting right there and do my stuff. I need to submit the application for my Japanese driver's license for the translation, etc., etc. Just things to do. So I'll leave this run. You guys can enjoy the sound of the birds and maybe a few Suzumi bachi flying by. Okay, let's enjoy the day. Hello, Softypapa here from the Softypapa store on YouTube, and I've got another Japan treasure to share with you. This ceramic statue is in the shape of a tanuki raccoon dog, which actually, I've got him living here in the bamboo forest behind my house. I see him sometimes going across the meadow right there. Hello, Softypapa from the Softypapa YouTube store, here with another Japan treasure. This is a very interesting item. It looks like just a pair of sticks here, but it's got some history and some use. These are antique clappers. They would be used to make a distinctive sound that would be used in several contexts in Japan. One would be in theater, for classical theater, where you need that sound of clapping sound. I'll make the sound in just a second when I have two hands free. The other context is in the domestic setting, semi-domestic, the residential or community setting, where in the evenings, typically around the time that the family is cooking dinner and the bath is being prepared. Remember, baths in the old days were wood-fired affairs. Living in paper and wooden houses was a difficult affair when you're dealing with fire. So groups of men usually would walk the streets clapping this and shouting a particular chant saying, beware of fire, or be cautious with fire. Basically, we're reminding homeowners performing their domestic evening duties of, cooking and fire making to be careful not to burn the house down, and in the process, maybe the community. Now, I'm going to attempt to do this. You're supposed to clap it together. I'm not very good at this. I've tried before, but you can see that it's connected here by this hemp cord, and it's got a little bits here that hold it on with a knot. I've seen people like carrying these over their shoulders like this, and then clapping it or taking it around and doing it like this. Here, let's see if I can do the sound, and you might recognize the sound from classical theater too. Oops, sorry, Rudy. Scared the dog. Sorry about that. Let me try that again. There you go. There, I got the sound. Sorry about that. Now doing a lot of things. Now we're stopping to get some ice cream. Pretty partial to these sandwiches. But bushy bit. It's interesting. It's like an old-fashioned thing. Ice candy. Never had that before. Store because they have a photo booth back there. I need to get the photos for my new driver's license. Fingers crossed that I get it issued, right? So did that. I got three of them, 3.5 by 3 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters. Nice blue background. Came out nice, and it's about 2,500 yen-ish, right, for the photos, right? Oh, I got the.
You didn't see me popping in.
I did. I'm sitting there trying to get the photo.
You didn't, Buds. You're no fun.
She's taking the photo, and Yumiko's behind her going over. The last one, I cracked a smile, and that's the one she liked. We looked at all the photos, and she said, she's like, quarter. So it's good. Okay, I'll take it. If you say so. All right, so we're just gonna look around for 10 minutes until the photos are ready. Okay, now we're stopping to get some gasoline. Yumiko's gonna use some points, go through all the stuff, gas up, and then we have gas. Then we'll have all the paperwork we need. So far, we're just need to wait for the translation of my license to come, and then we'll go to the driving center and make the case. But as soon as we're done all this, we'll go home and take the dogs for a walk. We're out for our afternoon dog walk, and I noticed that these two fields here have been flooded. I should have started the camera a little sooner, but have a look. You can see here, I think we looked at it this morning and we noticed that this channel was not flowing, but the farmer has done whatever they did to start it flowing, and you can see the water flowing down through the channel, through the garden areas down and flooding the fields. Nice. Off to the races. Look at this spread. Wow. Come here, Rudy. Mama made a heck of a dinner for us tonight. Look at that. In you go. We've got miso soup. We've got the main dish there with lots of cabbage. Is that some of the cabbage that I got?
Yeah.
Yay.
That's enough cabbage for you.
I think that'll do. We got some rice. We got some red wine. We got various pickles.
Red wine?
Okay. Tea. Looks great. Say no. Itadakimasu. Thanks, Mama. I love your meals. They're so good. Okay, winding down the day here at the park. Dog walk. Yumiko and I went separate ways. The dogs had different ideas. Oh, one thing nice about this area, it's very safe. So she's actually right behind me back there, meandering way back home. Rudy wanted to continue up a little further. Anyway, not a lot to record today. Not where at least I didn't record a lot. The days are kind of normal, and I'm always in this mode of mind that I have to record what's exceptional. And I guess I'm getting over that and just recording what is. Another day of what is. Yesterday was a day of what is. Today was a day of what is. Why not? I guess that's settling into the settled retired life, or any life. So I'll wrap up for now, continue my walk with Rudy a little bit, and do this again tomorrow, if you care to join me. Thanks for joining me today. Wow, that's a little bright light, huh? But there's lots of moths. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.